Good morning, dear all. So, our second chapter is going on land, soil, water, natural vegetation, and wildlife. The last part of this chapter is remaining. Yesterday, we have done till the distribution of the natural vegetation, where we have talked about how the distribution of natural vegetation has been done, right? So how it is divided? The natural vegetation is divided into forests, grassland, herbs, shrubs, shrub area, and all, right, all these things. So where we have done about evergreen and deciduous forest, tropical evergreen rainforest, temperate evergreen rainforest, Mediterranean forest, coniferous forest, then tropical deciduous forest, temperate deciduous forest, grasslands, desert vegetation, tundra vegetation, all. Okay, so this is all about how the natural vegetation can be divided. How it can be divided? It can be divided because of the topography and climatic conditions and all. If we talk about the natural vegetation of our India, nearly 22% of the total geographical area of India is covered with forest. Some are very dense, okay, and while some are open forest and scrubs with scattered trees and thorny bushes and all, mean different kinds of forest are also found in our India, right? So there is a wide variety of distribution of temperature, amount of rainfall, and other physical features also. The five major categories of natural vegetation of India are, so we can say that initially what I have told you, that is world base vegetation. Now if we talk about our India, what kind of vegetation is found over here? Tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, thorn forest, tidal forest, mountainous forest. All these types of forest have been found in our India also. So they vary in leafy type and all, leaf shapes and all, leaf shadings and all. Okay, all these things are different. So we will talk about in detail in next class. Okay, so till in our 8th class it is there only how, or in how our Indian vegetation, natural vegetation can be divided. Next is about, I can give you the example. If we talk about tropical rainforest, so where these are found? These are found in Odisha, West Bengal, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and all. Okay, what kind of trees are found here? If we talk about tropical rainforest, bamboo, okay, mahogany, all these types of trees are found. If we talk about tropical deciduous forest, where rainfall is between 75 to 200. If we talk about tropical rainforest means maximum rainfall, they are more than 200. Okay, so tropical deciduous forest, where these are found? These are found in northern plains, peninsular India. So we can see that these trees are found all over the India, like neem, teak, shisham and salt trees are included in tropical deciduous forest. Next is about mangrove forest or tidal forest. Mangrove forests are found in Ganga Brahmaputra Delta. Sundarivan or Sundarban Delta is very famous. Why this Sundarban Delta is named as? It is named as after the Sundarivan, because there are lot of Sundari trees are there. So after that this delta named is like Sundar one, or we can say that these are all known as mangrove forest. Okay, then in India mountain forests are also found. Okay, so peninsular India and Himalaya, these forests are found in these places. Now what kind of trees are found here? Pine, deodar, okay, so juniper, alpine shrubs, all these types of trees are found in mountainous vegetation. Next is about thorn forest. As from its name you can understand, these can be found in deserty area. So these are found in Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab. what kind of trees are there? Kikar, babool, date, palms and all, right? So date palms and all. Also students, I given this information just for your knowledge. It's not given in detail in your book, right? So now we are moving next part of our chapter, last, that is conservation of natural vegetation and wildlife, right? Forests are an important resource and it is very necessary that we conserve them, right? So they provide the natural habitat for various animals and provide us with, we can say that, wood for timber or fuel. We have already done these points, right? So we should conserve. Why should we conserve? Because they are our great natural wealth. Whatever trees, whatever shrubs are there, okay, all these things, okay, they provide shelter to the animals also, so we should conserve that, okay. So through the, we can say that through forest are renewable resources. We can what kind of resources these are? Renewable, okay. Forests are renewable resources. They take a long time to regenerate, right? Awareness programs like Van Mahotsav and social forestry should be encouraged among the people. Efforts have to be taken, to use substitute which would discourage deforestation and all. So we can say that all these things are happening, or we can say that to make aware people by the government, so many kinds of program has been started, okay. So the National Forestry Action Program aims at increasing the number of forests, okay. So program aims at increasing the number of forest and all. Wasteful agriculture practice like shifting cultivation should be discouraged, okay. Why it should be discouraged? Because what, na, what is the meaning of shifting agriculture? Because in that so many trees and whatever other natural vegetation, it has been burnt and then the agriculture has been started. So it is also the one part of whatever programs has been started by the government, ki shifting agriculture or cultivation should be discouraged, okay. Restrictions on quarrying and mining would avoid removal of forest cover and all, okay, wherever forests are there. Forest fire should be prevented and people should be encouraged to participate, you know in joining in forestry programs initiated by the government, right? So this is all about why should we do, or how should we conserve our natural vegetation. What is the importance of natural vegetation? We have already done. So because of all these points, because they are important, that's why we should conserve of natural vegetation. How should we, and what are the steps taken by the government and all? We have all these points we have discussed, because government has started so many activities, so many programs, okay. So that we can say that the conservation of the forest or vegetation can be done, right? Next is about wildlife. What do you mean by wildlife? India is home to a rich variety of animals. If we talk about like lions, tigers, monkeys, right, peacocks, deer, antelopes, okay, so jackals, all these are found at wide range in India. Elephants are also found in the forest of peninsular India in Assam, especially in Assam. Whatever we are talking about, elephants are found, right? So, Asiatic lion is found nearly in Gir forest of Gujarat. Gir forest of Gujarat. Which animal is found here? Yes, Asiatic lion. Okay, the one-horned rhinoceros are also found in marshy forest of Assam and the forest of West Bengal. While the snow leopard is found only in Himalaya. Okay, ordinary leopards are found all over India. Gaur, the Indian basin, is found in the peninsular region. So you can see so many where these animals are found. You can see in your book at page number 20. So we can see that variety of wildlife also found in our India. So why it is important? Wild animals are also important to us. Okay, so now next point is about why should we conserve the wildlife, or how can we conserve the wildlife, right? So human activities in several parts of the world, not only in India, in several parts of the world, have distributed the natural habitat of many species. Okay, so increasing incidents of poaching have resulted in a sharp decline in the number of whatever animal species and all. Man has cleared forest for cultivation because why the needs and requirements of the people are day by day increasing. So that to complete up these all needs, what do they need? They need to clear the piece of land. Okay, wherever forests are found, they are clearing all these forest, and they are utilizing that land for cultivation, right? So, overhunted the animals, overfished the ocean, and polluted the land and water, while some animals have become, extinct. Extinct means disappeared, may have become endangered with drastic reduction in their habitat and all. So, if the some animals are disappearing, what the government is doing? So government has started many sanctuaries, national parks and all. Okay, so that more and more animals can be conserved there, can be saved there. It is important to protect our wildlife resource for a better future. Laws have been made to prevent the hunting of birds and animals, right? So wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reserves, national parks has been established by the government to conserve the wildlife, or we can say that for the conservation of the wildlife. Okay, so the conservation on international trade, if we talk about endangered species of wild fauna and flora, uh, is an international agreement to conserve species of plants and animals. Okay, so not only in India, world base, they wanted to whatever the disappearing animals and flora and fauna species are there, all the parts of the world they wanted to conserve. Indian Wildlife Protection Act was implemented in 1972. When it was implemented, Indian Wildlife Protection Act was implemented in 1972, right, with many provisions and protecting habitats and all, right. The program aimed at the banning hunting, giving legal protection to habitats and all, and restricting trade in wildlife and derived animal products and all, right. So it is banning all these things. So several projects were announced by the central government to protect highly endangered animals such as tiger, hangul, rhinoceros, asiatic lions, okay, some crocodile species, okay, the Indian elephant, the great Indian bustard, the black buck, and the snow leopard have been added to the list of protected animals also. Why? Because they are slowly going to disappear, they are going to endangered, right? Endangered. So we can say that National Wildlife Action Program was aimed at conservation of the wildlife. The Worldwide Fund of we can say that nature is an international organization to promote wildlife conservation. It is also known as WWF. What is the meaning of WWF? The Worldwide Fund of Nature. Okay, so the Worldwide Fund. Okay, so it was established in 1961. So in this way the central government is working on the conservation of the animals, okay, how they should be conserved. So all these programs has been started by the government only. Because of that they can, you can we can say that they can conserve. So here our chapter is going to finish. We have talked about, many topics in this chapter we have covered. Okay, some we have covered in detail, some we have covered in, little bit part. Okay students, so you have to please watch the video carefully so that you can understand easily, right? So keep learning. Take care.